What is copyright and where did it come from? Legal rights that protect products, literary works, etc. resulting from intellectual effort, labor, and investment from piracy. Sources of copyright law includes Copyright Act, Berne Convention, and other WTO treaties which provide for reciprocal recognition and protection among signatory nations. So what does copyright protect? Copyright protects the intellectual property rights given to the creator of an original work. Let me bring you through this topic with a simple story. The story revolves around two characters, Wilfred and Vincent. With Wilfred's hard work and dedication, he managed to write a book, and it became a bestseller. This gave him not only fame, and it made him very rich. Vincent got jealous of what Wilfred is enjoying, so he came up with an idea to copy his book and sell it, but renaming it. Because of this, Vincent became rich and famous as well. Upon hearing the news, Wilfred decides to sue him. Not knowing what he can sue Vincent for, he turned to his lawyer for help. His lawyer mentioned that Wilfred holds the right to prevent anyone from reproducing his work, publishing his work, and making adaptation of the work. There are 5 types of works, namely literary, dramatic, musical, artistic, and others. In this case, Wilfred's case will be classified under literary as the copyrighted item is a book. Few days later, the case between Wilfred and Vincent went to court. In court, it was declared that Vincent is sued for primary infringement. What is primary infringement, you ask? Primary infringement states that the person who does not own the copyright in the work and who does any of the exclusive acts of the owner without the owner's permission infringes the copyright. As for the defense that Vincent has, he will not be charged if he copies less than 10% of the book, copied by non-reprographic process, recorded it with a digital device, fair dealing for review. A person may make one backup copy of a genuine computer program. Academic purposes, and lastly, used for educational institutions. After declaring Vincent guilty and a fine of $2 million, the judge explained the remedies that would be given to Wilfred. Wilfred is able to seek an injunction against threatened infringements, seek damages, and an account of profit, should Vincent had made profit at his expense. Wait, what if Vincent commercially distributes infringing copies of Wilfred's book to the public? He would then be considered to have committed secondary infringement. The uncle working in the photocopy shop realized that Vincent is photocopying Wilfred's book but failed to take the measures to prevent that from happening. Should this happen, the uncle has committed infringement by authorization. Now, let's take a look at the different duration of copyright. Literary, dramatic, musical, artistic works has 70 years from the end of the year in which the author died, or 70 years after the year in which the work is first published from the author's death. As for published work, it has 25 years from the end of the year in which the work is first published. Sound films and recordings have a span of 70 years. Broadcast and cable programs will be 25 years. And lastly, performances stood at 70 years after the end of the year of the performance. All in all, we have covered types of works and the rights of a copyright owner. From the story, we have also learned the different types of infringements, the defense to copyright as well as the remedies, offense and penalty for copyright. Lastly, we have touched on the duration of copyright for the different types of works.